What is going on, YouTube? Crypto for Change here. My name is David, and guys, we have had a massive week for Algorand. We're going to jump into some news, and it is probably the biggest news I feel like I've seen since I've been in crypto, and it is for Algorand. So this, I believe, is bullish long term. We're going to talk some partnerships, some people investing in teams where Algorand is sponsored, and some other cool NFT projects that are coming from notable places. So make sure to watch all the way until the end. Do me a favor and smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. And let's jump into it. So we're going to start right with the biggest news drop of all, guys, which I believe is one of the biggest drops as far as any blockchain is considered, and that is FIFA choosing to partner with Algorand for not only a sponsorship and to have Algorand's name plastered everywhere for big events like the World Cup, but also a technical partnership, which we're going to read a little bit more about in this article. Silvio himself announced this at the Milken Institute speech he was giving in LA, and he was there with the president of FIFA, and it was just a surreal moment just for me as I was watching it live, being a super fan of Algorand and just love the blockchain. It is good to finally see some big organizations, and honestly I think one of the biggest organizations in sports choose Algorand to partner with, and just super bullish, guys, for the long term as just the whole DeFi and crypto and blockchain space continues to evolve. So let's jump into some of this. It says here, FIFA's teamed up with blockchain technology company Algorand to agree a sponsorship and a technical partnership deal. This agreement means that Algorand will become the official blockchain platform of FIFA and provide the official blockchain supported wallet solution. As per the sponsorship agreement, Algorand will be a FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 regional supporter in North America and Europe, and a FIFA Women's World Cup Australia and New Zealand 2023 official sponsor. So what that means, guys, is when they're playing the World Cup and these other soccer cups, Algorand's name is going to be on the field, on the pitch, on media, on commercials, and tons of other things that will help boost Algorand's appearance and just presence while people are watching. I believe last World Cup there was something like over 1 billion people were all watching at one point. So this is huge for just getting Algorand's name out there and more people to see it, to obviously then go maybe do some research on it and to learn about it. But it goes much further than that, guys, and that's what I'm super excited about, because this is what's honestly going to bring the network effect and more people onto Algorand. It says, as part of the agreement, Algorand will also assist FIFA in further developing its digital asset strategy, while FIFA will provide sponsorship assets including advertising, media exposure, and promotional opportunities. The FIFA president would go on to say that they are delighted to announce this partnership with Algorand. The collaboration is a clear indication of FIFA's commitment to continually seeking innovative channels for sustainable revenue growth for further reinvestment back into football, ensuring transparency to their stakeholders and worldwide football fans. A key element of their vision to make football truly global, and they look forward to a long and fruitful partnership with Algorand. I really hope this is a really long partnership, because the World Cup will be coming to America for the next one. So that would be super cool to even see Algorand continue to be a sponsor through not only just this one, but hopefully on to future World Cups. And then also the FIFA chief business officer went on to say, this announcement is an exciting moment for FIFA as it officially enters into the world of blockchain and the opportunities this presents across various applications. At FIFA, we must constantly strive to identify and explore the most cutting-edge, sustainable, and transparent means of increasing revenues to continue to support global football development. Algorand is clearly a forward-looking, innovative partner that can help us achieve these goals. That is some big words there from the FIFA president and the chief business officer, just showing why obviously if you're someone who's been buying into Algorand and you believe in the tech and you believe in the team and what they're doing, this just goes to further, cement that idea that Algorand is building for the future and building to bring these companies into the blockchain space. And it does go on down here to say, just from Silvio, from the beginning, Algorand is focused on building technology that promotes inclusivity, opportunity, and transparency for all. This partnership with FIFA, the most globally recognized and distinguished organization in sports, will showcase the potential that the Algorand blockchain has to transform the way we all experience the world's games. And just looking here, guys, this is the list right now of the other FIFA partners. I mean, you have big ones ones that, most people would know with Adidas, Coca-Cola, Hyundai, Qatar Airways, Visa. I mean, there are some other ones here, but those are the massive ones that so many people already know. And now you get to add Algorand to that list as the first blockchain, and really, I would say the only blockchain to strike such a massive deal. And one of the things, I feel like I'd want to say that goes a little bit past, maybe what you'd even read if you were just an average investor and you don't really watch FIFA, or, you don't watch soccer or anything like that on the global stage, is this technical partnership can also be a way for a lot of people to get wallets for Algorand, because as it said there that, they would be provide the official blockchain supported wallet solution. So this could be something that if FIFA decides that they want to, create NFTs for special games during the World Cup, or, obviously the championship, or for a special goal that maybe a certain player scores, and they take a photo of that goal and, and they cement it on the blockchain as an NFT, and they allow that for people to bid on it. This is going to be a spot for massive exposure and big money to come into it, and really just start to interact with the Algorand blockchain. But something else that I'm even more excited about is the FIFA video game. And if obviously this is something that would take time, because right now EA Sports does actually control the FIFA video game, but that will be relinquished later this year. And so this is something that FIFA, once that partnership with EA is done, they could take over their own game. And one of the biggest parts of FIFA's game is FIFA Ultimate Team. This is a game. This is something I used to play as late as 2019. I haven't really played it in the past couple years, but it's pretty much a game where once you buy it, you can buy these players' cards and upgrade them throughout the season to make your ultimate team. So you can actually form your own team based on the cards you buy out of packs. And this is a great revenue source for FIFA. And if you look right here on this chart, this is going to show the, in millions, this is what this is representing in growth for FIFA Ultimate Team. Right there, that's $1.6 billion in 2021 that they were able to get through FIFA Ultimate Team. And so this also shows some great, possibilities of how Algorand could be used with creating NFTs for their video game series Ultimate Team, and having that on the blockchain as well. So that is all, guys, super, super bullish, and I could not be more excited. Make sure to go check out the next block episode that me, C-Will, and JT just filmed. We talked a lot more about this partnership, especially if you want to get, some of their views on it as well. Kevin Durant is now a minority owner of the New York club, the women's soccer club, the Gotham FC. Now, why is this big? Obviously, right there, just in that picture alone, guys, you can see Algorand is a sponsor of this team. So this is not a direct, Kevin Durant, I don't know if he's investing in Algorand. He should, I believe, but this isn't saying that he's investing in Algorand, but what it is it's giving more exposure to Algorand, as people are going to see a public sports figure like Kevin Durant investing in Gotham FC. And obviously, even if as we go look at the article, as people come to see this article and see that he's investing in it, they're going to see the name Algorand on the front of all these women's jerseys, which I think is also super bullish. Going into this, Kevin Durant and Rich Kleiman's 35 Ventures has joined New Jersey, New York, Gotham FC of the National Women's Soccer League as minority investors in the club. It marks the third significant investment in Gotham FC since March, joining a few other people, notably Carly Lloyd in April. The investment features additional partnership elements, including content creation, social media support, player relations, and community outreach. So I feel like that could be huge just for if they're doing TikToks and if they're doing, Instagram reels and things like that in their jerseys. Like I said, this is going to put Algorand's name in front of people. Even if they don't even know what Algorand is, they're going to be seeing it, which I think is good for Algorand's just getting its name out there. It says this investment continues 35 Ventures' commitment to women's sports, which Algorand is also heavy not only into being carbon negative and just forward looking, but also into, making partnerships and trying to empower women on that front. And is also following recent partnership deals with media network Just Women's Sports and a strategic partnership with Pro Sports League's Athletes Unlimited, where Durant and Kleiman serve as board members. And it goes on to say here, as a New York-based company, the opportunity for us to partner with a forward-thinking team like Gotham FC was a no-brainer, said Rich Kleiman, 35 Ventures co-founder. There's been so much growth in this league in recent years, and the chance to be a part of that growth and work directly with the Gotham FC executive team and players is really exciting. And just looking at, like I said, their jerseys are really cool. I'm actually thinking of buying one myself. Might even hang it up on the wall here. But, I just think it's cool seeing Algorand on a soccer jersey. Just knowing that as they're playing their games up there in New York, tons and tons of people are seeing this. And it just goes on to say down here that this is another big step forward for their franchise. And this is the Gotham FC's managing owner. Kevin and Rich are two of the most influential people in sports, and their work in the business and entertainment world and their significant investment in Gotham FC illustrates the potential of their club. They will be tremendous resources to the club across multiple areas, and we're excited to welcome them to the Gotham FC family. So, like I said, guys, these are influential people who are starting to invest, just like FIFA, investing in Algorand. Kevin Durant's investing in Gotham FC, which is also a sponsor of Algorand. So you're starting to make these connections and see some big things starting to, just fall into place, I would say. And then on even some other news, which I think was actually kind of cool, especially because I know blockchain and crypto is very big in Australia, is Wildlife Conservatory Australia Zoo announces NFT project with Algorand. But going on through the article, it just lists a few of the fun facts here. Is created in partnership with Australia-based Meadow Labs. The NFTs will be a utility-driven, randomly generated images based on the Australian Zoo Wildlife Warriors animal. Algorand recently announced it is 100% carbon negative and charges minimal gas and transaction fees, which are then converted into carbon credits. The NFT series will also be available for purchase using cash via the on-ramping platform MoonPay, so you won't have to technically be in, having a wallet and all that set up. So this will be a good way to kind of soft roll people onto the platform of using Algorand maybe one day, especially if they're interested in conservation or they just love the Australian Zoo. They can buy this NFT and then maybe start to learn a little bit more about Algorand and NFTs. It also says this green chain and new technology allows us a new avenue to continue to fight for the protection of our wildlife and wild places. That was Robert Irwin. And Wildlife Warriors was established in 2002 by Steve Irwin, nicknamed the Crocodile Hunter, and his wife Terry, as a way to engage caring people through conservation efforts in the protection of injured, threatened, and endangered wildlife. And also goes on to say details of the release date for the NFT series will be made public in the coming weeks. Nonetheless, guys, even if you don't care about NFTs, you don't care about the Australian Zoo, or even some of those things, this is still big for just getting Algorand's name out there. And it's cool to see these organizations and companies choosing Algorand to build on. And I feel like you're also seeing a common word used when these companies are saying why they partnered with them. Things like sustainable, forward-looking, carbon negative, and even minimal transaction fees, low gas fees, and things like that, and fast, secure. Those things are going to be the big things that these companies look for, when they're looking at who they're gonna partner with. They're not just gonna partner with someone just because it has the most money in it right now, and people are getting rich off of it. These companies are going to be looking for blockchains to partner with that have the rails and the foundation to build a successful business with in the future, and one that is sustainable and one that is something that is inclusive for everyone, I would say. And that's what, the man right here, Silvio McCauley, if you don't know who he is, make sure to go watch the Milken Institute speech. Make sure to go watch some of his other talks that he's had, in the crypto Bahamas and stuff. And I think you'd actually be really pleased to see his vision and what he sees for the future of finance. Now let's take over and let's take a little fun look at the price. Obviously, guys, once this, if we come down to the 3 month, once the news dropped, obviously we were down in the 50-cent range, which we hadn't seen for quite a while for Algorand, but it popped up to like 70 cents. And since then, guys, Bitcoin has just been, it's been going crazy. So, even with the great news we've had, we still have to look at the overall macro conditions that the market is in right now. And that's the reason why we're seeing it, pop up and then fall right back down and not really have, maybe a massive run. I will say we have set a few higher lows with this recent run. So maybe this is like an inflection point where from here we're going to start trending upward. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see what plays out there. But all time, guys. I think right now, the bottom may not be in for Algorand, but I do think this is a great area to start dollar cost averaging, maybe even starting a position if you're new to it. Thanks for watching this video today, guys. And if you enjoyed it, do me the favor and smash that like button. And be sure to tune in on Thursdays at 1 p.m. with me, C. Will, and JT as we talk all things Algorand. We also do every other Monday for Algorand Monday, so you can tune in there as well at 1 p.m. And that's just on our socials, Twitter and YouTube. And until next time, guys, let's get out there and make some money.